Today na the 6th of March 2023. Wetin can a table for say Guinea soldier man them then they inside Yenga better one right now. They don't go put if na Bekino na Pila now where they write say since 1886. I know be no say since pan French. How they say since pan? It's not the morning. Or then put the since for like we the English side read and find say now then they mean. For say that side since 1886 it with them. Now then get her. Not to the first time, Salon and Guinea the draw pa Yenga. It just tell like you get neighbor. Oh now all two they push baking. You get some neighbor then a net then they not foresee. Net then pull them baking, then kind size small na you side and chook and they make me come back fine. So then they try for tell you now, say now since 1886, na enden Guyana. So still we get her. We are since sustain. This is not the first time we Yenga they come na this table na ya. The one they were sabi, the one who get the master plan say, Salon. Now we get yanda. But the Frenchman them, they will neighbor them. We I don't know. The way how Guinea can make. I don't know if now the French think you want for use like if for say they need to understand what we depa, or now they use the English like so need to understand what in and depa. Sierra Leone, Yenga, Guinea. As Silver Blind, you know, Nanka will talk today. Nanka tell we say the Guinean soldier they don't come more. They don't come no more, but they put demarcation for we see say. I didn't get yonder since 1886. The one thing about Sierra Leone and Guinea for this Yenga business, the turkey can grab, though it die. It can grab, then the turkey die back. But Guinea don't always the tower, say na then get them. Don't always the tower. I remember the last program we do now concerning this same Yenga. People and they say what so? Salon soldier, what in they do? Waiting for they allow Guinean soldier them all team for they come and do what they want for do inside we own place. Say no, we need a fete. We not law abiding country, we not peaceful country. Because during the war, waiting we sabi Guinea for. You say waiting? Guinea bombardé. Now no be sabi them for during the war. Guinea soldier they play. Then they bomb Guinea bombardé. But with the 21st century, with the geomapping and all this thing, what they do now in Salon, why we still let God go with Guinea and Yenga? Why we still let God go with them? I remember the last time where the Colonel Doumbouya, Mamadou, the head of state, na Guinea, be cancel alone. So man be the accent, then talk about Yenga. Then be talk about Yenga. Now, a military personnel they now don't come, they don't chook baking. Then chook baking where they tell you say, now then get under since 1886. What is Sierra Leone going to do? We get the Mano River. Yes, the Mano River Union Day. Where Guinean Salon, now like brother and sister. We not for the this. We not for the this. Now like brother and sister. But, my dear, talk and go, talk and come. Guinean soldiers then, they are hostile. You don't cross that road, today. You don't pass the. Even though she about a point. Then go make like say they not sabi talk the Creole, they not sabi talk the English. They don't care say first. What if you say a brother go now that crossing point then brother? Even the Liberian side. When you go now the border side, then they try to interact like say themselves sabi we own mama language, the Creole, the patch, even though they go they put the mamede and all waiting self. But Guinean soldiers, yeah, they are very hostile. Then they make like say first, and they tell you say the English, the Creole, then they make like say self then sabi talker. Then they knock yourself. We see them they knock them French. My dear, now you go patch. Je m'appelle, je bonjour, and all that one. And you know, you go the patch now to yourself. Just make sure, say, if na the driver, now they go see them, just don't give your own. Give the driver, let the driver go set through. Just don't do your own part. Whereas, to we, it's different. I ask again, inside the 21st century, we'll get to geomap. Yeah, you go tell me, say, oh, Kansas, you go tell me, say, oh, Cameroon and Nigeria, you go tell me all this other one them. No. I don't think, say, we want for the go back and forth with Guinea by this thing. JSM Camera, thank you for the stars. Where the stars there? Una don't forget. Una don't forget to. I don't forget. And the saddest part, whenever the Guinean soldiers then they do this, even the last thing, Salon soldier now they do nothing. Nothing. They are just there, helplessly watching the Guinean doing their thing. You go say for waiting for peace sake. Other people and they say no, why make Salon soldier always then they allow Guinea for come? Who say for need for Timapa then tell and say no, we not the doer. Mabinti Awa Daniela, thank you for the stars. We not the doer. Say no. Why for say one fete? If Mano River Union not able to settle Yenga issue, what other option do we have? What's other option? We come, something and they don't talk to they cross the jump the water. I can't wait for the day we explore Tripoli go reach yonder. Then go jump the water. When they ready back then cross over come. Sierra Leone. But anyway, let's see how Silver Blind and Cow this talk today. He said today, my heart, it broke. Eh? China me jealous, but who self get army who for fete for waiting belong to we. Okay. They don't come put baking, no. They say since 1886 na den get under. Eh? So your blood didn't say this one, it broke my heart. It don't make my heart sweet. He said today I began for cry where I see Yenga don't become remilitarized. Soldier them don't take over them. And now soldier them, he say, well-armed Guinean soldiers. He say, and na fresh demarcation, na they can build. Fresh demarcation, na they can build. Where they cancel. What's in the right day? Since 1886. And the right part the demarcation they can build. He say because Dr. Silver Bladin, he no small but this young guy, he no say he be don't work as special assistant to the president and all those things. So if you don't get involved even before that, but now they go no more. You go yeah, you wait till they say. He said from me expert knowledge of the area like Kainlao, Kisitan chiefdom. He said this particular tower where they put so down this since 1886 where they see. Where they put. He said no go call am baking. Na tower. Baking for the dog. That they up. Until now na salon now they buy land. Until they say let put the pillar, let put it up. Before they say okay, just put baking down this now na pillar. So it look like say the Guinean they say them be get that memory. I make all the candy strip then they know you say then they na diaspora and salon now then they buy land a pillar then they put. Hey put baking again a go. No na pillar long one. So I like grass grow safe for see. Eh? Okay. Mamel Conte, thank you for the stars. Keep the stars coming. He say no go call this one baking. He say na demarcation tower. He say and the encounter inside saloon. Inside saloon. He say na did encounter. Away from Yenga and on the road towards Pengu Bengu, where they approach Koindu town. Inside saloon. He said that they didn't put that tower there now. Not to outside the demarcation. They know na fresh one they don't put. Gandoba, thank you for the stars. Eh? Okay. He said when you look at, now he say, to your mind, they remilitarized. That they can't count them so German business and Yenga. He said one, now a failure on the Mano River Union Secretariat. He said when you look at, now a failure on the Mano River Union Secretariat, and by extension, a failure of Sierra Leone government. Because Sierra Leone government, as the supervising host nation of the MRU Secretariat. So now a failure on one part. This now na the diplomatic area, now Silver Blood in the talk soon. The administrative side. for say Mano River Union Secretariat fail. ECOWAS not able Mamadi Dumbuya. They not able. I see don't do so. I'm also want to them begin. We tell them say they listen to them first. In people they listen to. They not able. MRU, Mano River Union. Mano River Secretariat. I ain't gonna say, hey, una can't pull this back, una don't put na ya. Una go back to una for day, una no say no to una get here. Mano River Union. Don't tell them get voice so. What's the Mano River Union don't do again? Where people scared by them? But there we know one la no. We know one. La no. Okay. He said the Mano River Union Secretariat for over the past 5 years. Well, he began problem with them. Yes. The Mano River Union Secretariat, them be in love affair with the Freetown City Council. And Dr. Sylvia Blyden, until Sabina in the mayor of Freetown. So, he took that one the inside. Okay. Swissman say, I can't tell Dr. Sylvia. We have a lot to do. We don't want to fight to retrieve Yenga from the Guinean to avoid a future calamity. Let's just forget about that side. They have occupied and focus on somewhere else for develop. Because fighting for make we retrieve the land from Guinea will cause massive destruction within Sierra Leone and Guinea. As we all know, we have war experience and we know what it takes to achieve peace we are enjoying today. Tripoli, myself don't work na that place there as military officer 2011, that Mori Musa they say. Then one tank been there now we land. Salon Army be only there for protect the entry and exit, but it been there above the military for take any action. Myself don't command na the entire community, but we couldn't do anything. I've been done for see this long ago. In fact, na the Guinean them boats we been they use for cross. How you go fet person where they support you? Okay. Reynold Abiola they say Mano River Union cannot say anything about that because the one way for talk, which is Ivory Coast, has a president that is doing his third term. Oh yeah, Salon. Joseph say Cameroon to Nigeria to the International Court of Justice for Bakassi Peninsula and won. But Salon we keep on okay. Electing jokers. Now this is where we find we safe. Abdullah Kamara say President Biafra hit hard on them. In fact, for just use with police and soldiers for crush them. Hey, Papa God. Alright. And just they say, let's just forget about Yenga. You don't ever fetch person for land. Well, I like na 1 foot. 1 foot. Somebody fetch for 1 foot, If I say 2 feet, 3 feet. Floristra, you're welcome. Okay. For left and give them, then go say, oh, na bobo business. Just some come out, they say, who's military will get? Now, when I hand out SLA, Salon Soja. Okay. Alright. Law continue. He said the MRU Secretariat over the past 5 years don't embed itself in very cheap local freedom politics, whilst then they failed in almost all its real mandate, especially after the efficient Guinean lady, that are the person will be there before the person will take over. He say because the new person did it now, a Liberian, where he say meet it, he hope say that one day, well, he go doing work. He say he hope say the MRU Secretariat will be able to swiftly restore the mandate of the MRU Secretariat so that this Yenga saga then go manage them on the table without this kind of unpleasant military exhibition. Yes. You know, so when Guinea, you don't see, you see how Mama do kind side tongue, eh? Dumbuya, you see how kind side tongue? Okay. Who say get to not your president, maybe go talk you, you go look there. Okay. Wait. Well, if not for exhibition, let us go put where to get. Let SFC say we get to. No, they shoot to. I show you no more way to get. Eh? But I'll continue. So blind in the say, it's 12 years ago, inside November 2011, now be the first journalist where if you check him back, now be like for over 17 years, that now way check from 1994 to 2011. For make him be able to convince the Guinean soldiers them, make them allow him for safely enter Yenga. Because that time, na Guinea na be only. Na them be only. He say, boy, him be make sabi talking, convince them. I don't know if na French. Him be able for convince them he enter there. Him be recording findings and then report back to the world. He say, when him be careful do that, the sensational outcome of the exclusive reports within video where be pull and pictures them be eventually lead to a completely demilitarized Yenga. The soldier man them be come out today. 2 years later, after that 2011, he said 2013, as a special executive assistant to the then president, he didn't call him name because now they call him jihadist. But the then president, Kuruma, and not put Kuruma, they just say then president, the jihadist. I don't know why you not add all per this one. Because he didn't mention and right now you not add than the. But anyway, to the then president, and again, in the year 2016, as the country's then social welfare minister, he be personally deployed several things that we be do there in the effort for the residents them, make it just boost the morale, like the social service for provide support to them and for rebuild the lives of the people them with up na Yenga after the departure of the Guinean soldiers them. He say right now, he not glad because emotionally he get personal attachment to Yenga. So for see, then kind tear today, where Guinean soldiers them forcefully na the word we use, remilitarize, then come back with the soldier them inside we own space and can chook demarcation tower with the inscription since 1886 we go a reward. They say for making see that one day, and Sierra Leone soldiers them watch helplessly. Now the word we use. Why is the Guinean soldier then they do that? Sierra Leone soldier helplessly. Then Timapli they watch them. He said that one day, Na him pull heart, bad one. He broke his heart. He said to them, this is truly a sad day for Sierra Leone. Mano River Union, the idea they wouldn't be get strade. Or for that, William Tolbert, Sheka Stevens, Shekuturi, William about the Mano River Union. What the idea we bring about the Mano River Union? Why do we still have this in 2023? Eh? Dr. Sivelenka Blyden, Order of Rokel, Monday, March 6th, 2023. Mohamed Conte says, Tripoli, but I be tell you last weekend, see, most of the institutions around the world, not just ceremonial institution. Now, dog, they will not get it because they need bets. Now, chamot, then they do. Then go speak, condemn, criticize, but nothing no go happen. He said that John president of the Guinea will become saloon. He can't test the water he see, and he discover say, what thing ever they want for do, nothing no go commodity. Na above case, na foolish case. That for now they say, well, this they should say we president week. Swissman say, but for one Yenga, we take them from the Guinean them. We take 72 hours. But we don't need war for secure ordinary land. Of course, we know the Guinean military. Reckless behavior, reckless attitude, then pack param. But we not get time for the reckless attitude. Moi Moussa, as a military personnel, say, okay, former military personnel, say, Salon Army can't do anything about it. Because the army, they work under command. It's sure? Say, they don't give the initial report to higher command. If they not give them order for take action, they not get for do nothing. A political case this, not a military case. GSM say salon military and police, na civilian na inen sabi pull chest pa. Juliet Kaikombe say, this one, now they make you feel good because people in there, they give sarcastic comments for such an unpleasant situation. He say, mind you, we're all Sierra Leoneans. And this, now we beloved country, 90 under attack so. Too sad. Tony Bex, I must call you today. And they left the one. Eh? Alright. Like I said, not to the first in this. Not to the first in this. Usman Kamara say Guinean soldiers them they're hostile to people them we then consider as others. Not to the people who, or on the other hand, Sierra forces are hostile to their defenseless citizens. Say not live like Guinea for many years. And in like Guinea and them for that. Okay. Sierra Leone. The ideal of Mano River Union, now forget we, the countries them, within the Mano River, for make we able for do better for we self. Even in business wise, okay. Between Sierra Leone and Guinea, we don't lock border pa encompass all. From where you get sense. Eh? Between Salone and Guinea. We don't lock border by incumbent pass all. Moka must say, if they want to see with president as weak, say because he want to use diplomacy for secure Yenga, well, he say fet not a solve problem. He say, mind you, Guinea no get constitution right now. Now under military regime then they. So think about that. The other phone they say, but for don't build military base. For don't build and they. For protect we citizens them. He say Guinea they test we. Okay. Guinea they test me. Moe Musa as an ex-military man, he say what's about? When I feel say Salone military no able to do nothing, well make a tell una. Say even Somalia, when at the craziest operational place, Salone army na the only force will succeed with many casualties. They work under command, and the president is the head. Even Guinean soldiers not able to mess with Salone army. I bet sooner. They can't find one feel go put Guinean Salone soldier. No arms. Eh? No arms. We find one feel. Let's see. Swissman say Salone military gets all the military might for take Yenga. But we no need faith for take land back from the Guinean them. Una make we left for cry we can't see down. Salone get heavy military might for fat Guinea and push them back. But make we think about the casualties. Okay. Whenever we can talk this talk about Yenga, we have people we can just feel to say, yes, the Guineans then they test we need for show them we might, we need for do this, we need for do that. But what thing I can always tell people, Usai war don't solve problem. Oh, Moe Musa say, Salone soldier them na Somalia na the only army we succeed without many casualties. Without, not with many casualties. A lot of people they call the Deputy Internal Affairs Minister say, well, we be safe for crush. Let them go Yenga. Let them go crush the Guinean soldiers the way they did. Juliet can be saying support the idea for make we build military base na that border day. Well, we dey na the peace side. We dey na the peace side. We dey na the peace side. We go pan God just know. Then go say back let them go na table, go talk. Eh? I tell her they ask if we get jet fighters them. Na Salone. We get helicopter. If we get Amos helicopter, we'll get. Eh? Abbas Jalo say him sure say the presidential gas them for him to go take the Guinean forces. Sequence they ask how much tankers they will get for make we push Guinea. He say when I left positive negotiation. Now the best. Yenga issue na table lenge for talker. I tell you na just number Guinean bombadi. Guinea bombadi, na so sabi them. They don't care. Eh? Hey, George. Eh? Been to summer, long time. Hope you do well. Thank you for the stars. What's in the happen currently na Yenga? It look like say now say it be done they happen to Russia and Ukraine. Moka Modi talk. Who are they suffer now? Ukrainians. So war, not to the answer. Now that say, but we don't try diplomacy for the longest time since Pakaba in team. We don't want war, but with what Guinea can do so. We need a military base close by. Without a military base, the military people were there today. Yeah, you see the blood and say, helplessly then team up the watch me. So even if they get base day, on that particular point in if I go build the base, and then they say, eh? Now that we want to say happy birthday to Abibatu Toli Toure, wife of Usman Toli. Always they wish for yourself, ma. Auntie Abi, we double them for you. We double them for you. Happy birthday. The particular point, yeah, where we dey talk so. That was so not get military. Been to summer, thank you. PRIB blog say in the anticipation Russia want for use West African military leaders to establish an empire in Africa to counter Western influence. So these military leaders are now provoking conflict. Now your opinion on Yenga issue. I will tell us say ask Amos fighter jet will get. You say he asked that question because you don't understand why people in the talk say for go fight Guinea. We're not going able to take on Guinea. Me, I fail to say, yes, they don't do them. Not to foresee this is the first time. It is not the first time. They keep doing it. They keep doing it over and over. Then they repeat and then they do it. But let diplomacy continue. Let diplomacy continue. If Mano River now, if na ECOWAS now, if na African Union now, we need for the thing is, when all the 10 they wait and say then they solve the problem, now under the carpet no more than just it wear. Now under the carpet and it wear. If we want to solve this once and for all, we need for solve and once and for all. Guinea no say no to them get them. They self agree, we self agree. Then life goes on. But it don't ever solve. The only thing we then go do, then we can't tell the Guinean and they let them commodity. Don't them commodity. Don't the place left. Where Guinea want test back, he can't shake tail, kill, can't side back. Now we people themselves will tap the. We people will tap the. Then come back, then can't inside. They do a thing they get for do. And then they say they can talk peace, na come out na and then cross over back. Wait till they can side back. How long will go they for this? I tell you say the Guinean they always then they use the same French and they understand Ukro and they understand English. Go na gbalamu ya go pass. And they make self like say they are hostile. So then they don't they do. We see them come. And do it in hey, let's talk to them and go down there and turn our table this and that. No. Africa man not able to tell yourself true, eh? Now me could see all in third term them. It's like we're not able to tell yourself true. Eh? Seriously. But wait too. What's in the Yenga? Eh? What's in the day? Because for making the fasting and so, something must be under. So man, they say na over land no more. Eh? What's in the day? Any mineral lady? Or na just for sure see they can. Huh? Okay. But seriously though, diplomatically, bro, therefore do and final. Yes. Because we're not going to do this. Or you say na gold na in the day. Abba. President, we don't go fend Dumbuya tute. Two or three. Dumbuya don't can want him. I think he needs another visit. Me Musa say nothing no day. As a ex-soldier we be don't deploy day. He say nothing no day. He say na just land. We not do for put structure safe. Now they go for so. We need for use talk. Or mama do safe one for testing your power. Crispin said, and the man go diamond and goldie. Eh? And he just said, and cable grow crops day. How do we fix this? Military police say table talk. But table talk, we go make the no come again. Because all the previous table talk, then they still they can. Because then they pretend like say they don't understand. Eh? Yeah, not say water sided in water divide we. So then can jump the water come. Me to some say, I say the land we honest labor. Yenga. Yenga. But second say nothing saying for land no more. The same thing say the Guinean they don't discover something way beneficial day. Now I make this not to today this God don't begin no. Not to today don't begin. Not to today. Alright. But then still the tower power. Swiss Manion. You eh? Okay. Remilitarized Yenga by Guinean soldiers them. They don't can inside Yenga. They don't can put say na then get them since 1886. Maybe they don't go find new paper. We go back and claim. All right. Welcome on board, this friend. You get the platform, sir. Again, Yenga don't come at the table, sir.
All right. Thank you very much for giving me the platform. Thank you very much, sir. And thanks a lot for always talk with through and the relentless effort we do for stay up and talk to we. And regarding this issue of this younger and border issue, don't tell really. But everybody they give your opinion and everybody will get some points within they say. But me, they see and here say the region and in the problem we don't create the tension from that idea we not be able for sort out. In other words, them don't they get agreements, them don't they get paper talk. Well, waiting them may fail for do, they're not being get baseline, so I wouldn't look for survey for know why this they happen. Reason being there, because it only happen all along. But waiting me they see them from more, based from waiting then they take them from first. Whether it get a hidden agenda, now from this idea, what when they say, where somebody he always they help you, they always they go ask from and then they see you the way they ask and the help we in there for you, he can able use that help they back for pressure you. Like what I mean here, they may not get the help from them during the civil war at a point that if you not the younger we don't they happen before then, but if you don't cease, then there was a time during the civil war now where they can't occupy it because they're not being inside too much. Now few of them can then be at the border that side the Nigerians and Ghanaians and the at the ground. So but cut any short, then we don't force them back for return after the civil war. The villagers they not be so like then they again, so tension being there, they return them back. So I'm not gonna say that now resentment or something they keep na their hearts, but that done. But the thing they're not been ever they observe waiting this cross-border community security because now the cross-border community then they get problem with that security they where they come from the side of the Guineans. So but the government always have get they said they get people and they in presence because once people and they testify say they can get and they can cross with them both. So, but the point where they try for bring here is that point we will then they get help from them, and then they can help we. They see the capacity of the military, the number or the population. If they get to ground fighting, all those numbers. And not they say Sierra Leoneans are not fighting or they're not sabi for fight. But the point isn't here because they say because if them you know they see something where now the other side would then get like the strength, the number. This not before don't they happen that everybody know. We don't go say because then they felt for war, but the point where right for go to now them they ask for help. So if when they see say they ask them for help, if other issue they behind that help and the help now, the small thing in there will not be ever sorted out. So during this point will not be sorted out, they can always use that point there for always trigger tension. Because once you know they get that area outside you they get that link they will be done there. For say link there, when I get something when I look between the local and that region there. Because the local area and that area like Yenga, but people are not be able to involve either they get for involved for let it go look into this particular border security issue. Then one thing. So then they take all advantage now because of all that area where they know say if you camp on this, well then go pass way. If you camp on this, then go pass way. So you see the way where they enter the city. You see where they come, this bent area. But that's now one sector who will look say now one fault would they cause the problem, the way would they act to them, and the way them be the help we, and then based on other reasons then would they be in for say now, then they look say will not be treat them well. But if you look again on the other side where the utterance and what the people and the talk, and the situation where we get now we own country president the political utterance, people and they talk this, oh well, una plan something, well, una they do this. I'm not saying that the reason then why, but you get for look at their things there because when you talk of military and security, people and get people that will be survey. That's not one thing. Then you don't get another thing when a recent one when it happen again. When the Chinese they don't can reinforce with some boats, when a power boat. Because we not been get a boat, when a power boat, the only patrol boat was Salon Miguel and call Sorry Ibrahim Kuruma. I don't know if I say Kuruma in name, but that was the boat they been get. Well, we don't they almost decommissioned the other one back recently. So the one where the Chinese and you remember now just few days now, I think on Saturday or Sunday, Then go for what begin test am for a few days between that Freetown area there and that Cape Lighthouse towards the 10 I think the navy testing towards the west, somewhere around that in like 40 kilometers. That's my one thing. They don't bring their things there, so then they can't test it now. For put out with the military say that zero, that for regulator. And that then they can't test them for the first time with a target inside the sea for beginning a shoot. And now they try for links in that they can't fetch for. But if they look first real capacity and then waiting them when they look at say, oh, they want to tell no good tension, they get the security. So you get all these kind of things when they go on. Then you get back when they see they can't do other firing again between Gambia, some 5 stations then, Daru and some place then between this March period. The other one they last up to I think this week here. But all these activities for display, when a military display then they call them, and military display and try for dispose the old one, they will say we don't get fresh one there, you they test that really. But again, it can always create a provocative tension. When they say other geopolitical, when they say the border them, country between country, the geopolitics are the problem now when they face we and our West Africans when between Guinea and Sierra Leone. But the only way I suggest say then get for look into them, then get for try get people who in that local area, then get for try understand why we not go rule out for say minerals and all day. Because when you look at the minerals area then they all over the belts of Salon from that border they now round Tekam, Freetown, that so no side I not go say they not get mineral with that line they will go on that border. But the point here is the point say they don't see we say would they ask them for help, so then go pass we see how they enter. We no go know if now because of this military strength of China they come. We no go say now because of Russia. Now they want to bring this, for let them go do this. Then you go question again, say, well, Russia and China, they have a bit of a relationship. When they try for underground, they don't go affect themselves. So that one no go, so not rule that out. But the point is the military strength will not get. Because now one grain boat will get whether they can't try for help force for do. So we not go say because of the one boat, will they go first. But we not go say again, will they see down things and they happen without addressing them. The underlying point is, let it be a diplomacy where then will involve the local authority and try investigate, because you always get waiting then they call a kind of a joint operation center. And when they get this joint operation center, and they monitor all military activities, they get for improve the electronics monitoring system. They're not for just now they can improve the Navy system, because the Navy system and the patrol boat system will they improve them. But now, what about the other areas who wanna go improve our military relationship? Wanna get for even get a relationship in the military sector. When I then therefore they try they go diplomacy for try find out. Una go find people undercover, not for cause trouble. Why then people are they move they can't hear? What is then they do they? So when you leave all this area of checking and you leave the area of that diplomacy where you go just go cap and paper on a policy, and the policy then now they only will become effective. Get policy here when you see say you don't put them into a kind of a link with business or other international relationship when they say this is a market area where they develop so that all man will know so they buy and sell through this border here. So when you get for fairness technique, then get for fairness technique they, even though they are planning it, because they see African Union, when they see ECOWAS, they come with the ideas. But these now policy they put, but they put them in practice. Some of them. So this area now when they lie down, they get for look and say the relationship between a French nation and an English nation, and the understanding what would they, the tradition then the people and they live well. But now just when the authorities are involved, then the local one then are in that region then now, and then they see the problem when a local problem in local, but it affects nationally, the whole nation, because it look local on that side. Then they feel but it cause trade barriers, it cause other things, it cause fear, that tension what they did, and the thing and the day. But we no go let's say this political thing now because of power, the one for can't take. We will say when now because of trade, we will ask. Now because of military activity, yes, now military activity they see they will not go say now because of politics and other things, but on that side they will look at let them get a better relationship with them get for do. Because when you talk of porous borders, the border they all porous. And because the borders they all porous, Guinea knows say the border is porous. Salon's back knows say the border is porous. So they are all like knowing say well thing will happen there, then they will happen there. But later one way they say porous, something easy for Komoy and go there, so something easy for Komoy and back Canada. Then all man go to now they watch, then it creates a tension. Let them know why the people are did it and why then they try for be so. Because if they look at people we know we you know will leave behind. Some of them are documented, they don't sign with a hip side, we don't know. Or something other thing happen, then find out. But why you always see, therefore keep records. Now in a digital world, but we'll not be able lucky forget that digital world because paper business and the chair. Now digital world don't come. Well, let them use some of the knowledge for move forward for countering things they are able to solve. But it's a deep thing when it happens when a serious thing. But we don't know if not just trigger, then they can't trigger so for do other thing. Or now because of themselves they feel of this porous border, because of the political situation within a salon, the way then they see, then they say this. So these are all the factors we'll get for look into because we not go point one thing, but we know say then they we know say then they cause tension. Not to then few days that they belong they can't they. The only disadvantage why they go, they are always then therefore they get them monitoring here because not to just this recent one would they go so practically now for go look, when they say they go and come back because land say when they go so then go relay for go look, but then they go free turn and come back. But going free turn and come back is not the solution. This belong they happen, the civilians they belong they cry, it been there na radio and they call this play morning coffee, it been there na it been there almost of the mainstream media before this. So the civilians and those they cry. Now when it comes to they put the thing, they say, well, you don't camp and Carlo go there. So these are all the things. Let God help nation and thanks a lot for talking through and let God help we for get the good way we will foresee this through. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, whose friend.
Yeah, welcome, yes, sir.
I want to say thanks to whose friend for your contribution today. I'll bring Cam Alpha. Let me waiting in get for we. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, Triple A, thanks for bringing me on board. And I want to say good morning, good evening, good afternoon to we listeners all over the world. With the issue at hand, I think say not to a new phenomenon to Sierra Leone government in, government out. So like you rightly say, we have never got a lasting solution to the Yenga issue. And for me, I think most governments who don't come and come out, or the two major governments, the way they come in and come out, the approach to Yenga, and that they make it today, we're not able to get a solution to them. You know, whenever such thing they come up between two nations, the first thing we for kind of mind, now I'll forget it's resolve conflict resolution. Now forget and resolve without any shed of blood or whatever. And when you don't get that kind of system there, now a lasting solution, not to for just go talk on top and then when I go. Because we don't see as I could remember from Pakaba in 10, then 10 a day we small, we don't about Yenga issue, Yenga. Wait till they say they don't solve it. Wait till we don't get Yenga, wait till we look, then come back. So all the government the way we don't sabi for because of big sense, I think now few governments don't change when at the two main political party then they rule. The approach to Yenga has never been one way go bring a sustainable hold to Yenga. It's either we get Yenga or we lose Yenga. Again, I will maybe suggest one or two ways at which the government can solve Yenga. It's simple and very clear. One major way for solve them, we get the British people that we colonize we. Yeah, of course Guinea also was not colonized by Britain. We get the map. You know, you can bring all those parties on board. Yeah, ECOWAS, all the people and then are good people away able for come and settle this conflict once and for all. You know, let them go now they go on, they do whatever mapping, then get for check and do or then check. At the end of the day, let them make out once and for all. Because the people living around that environment, that locality, they will never be at peace. You know, one day we will grab la money and see soldier man, they don't take over, Guinea soldier them. After a couple of months or so, they don't talk the case, they don't settle and then go. Tomorrow we make back. So at the end, you see, it will make the people and they're not able. The fact their life is just like that. One day when I will get peace, another day when I all scared. This one said they can't fetch this now. And they follow up the comment the people and they make. Conflicts not a solution. Yeah. We see what happened in Russia and Ukraine. Now, just state it, they never forget solution to that. Yeah, but when you look at we not ever really, if I go no make it ever go that level day. But the fact remains there should be a solution to that. Wherein we should get the key stakeholders involved. Yeah, Guinean a part of ECOWAS, whether we like it or not, then we must listen to ECOWAS. If not to that again, we push the case forward. At least no we forget a solution to this. Lalonde they know say this one is Sierra Leone property or not a property. If not the Leone, Sierra Leone stands off of it. If not to the Leone, then let them have hands up. Let people and get peace in that area there. Don't let people say we don't know how waiting at the value of that place. Either get mineral or that either the soil good for agriculture, whatever the case may be, we cannot tell that much. Yeah, I wish I don't know the topic earlier. I should have done some research on that Yenga soil because there are tools that they use as a development student. Them you're able for like identified right to the soil within any area where you want to do research on. It not necessarily means that you have for good. But the fact remains it's a call for concern. The government not for sit down full and full foot. They should step up their game and at least don't let go the same president you don't go Guinea twice, don't go see Colonel Bamadi twice and you don't cast a yellow one time. That bilateral relationship they for continue. They're able for like a sidon also now President you know me ex-military man. Able for go talk to them. I could remember the time we a good na Guinea, they ask her what he go, they say they go for go talk to this man. At least, he get away talk which was very very good. So if church issue they come up, I think say he should step up again. I don't know if he did at the country, if he did at Sierra Leone currently, the president, which I'm not sure. But again, a need for step up for at least they'll get a lasting solution. And then me go say let people not politicize this thing. This is not politics because it has been on and off, on and off, on and off. So if this government can able for step up, they say then be able for step up and give a lasting solution to this younger issue. If now we let we take come, if not we let we hands off. Let us save life. Let us save. Let us get peace. Because whether you like it or not, Tripoli, Sierra Leone depend on Guinea. I'm telling anyone, yeah. Me with the free song. You see people and they go Guinea nearly every day. They go buy things they can sell and make profit. And I believe that kind of business they go on. So we know they pray. We don't want any confusion, but they then get a lasting solution, a peaceful resolution or solution for make we show say at least this younger issue we put to final end. Because don't know the back we make if then change governments na Guinea, other governments come, or if we change government na Sierra Leone, other governments come, then they take them up back. They at least and also good thing spark something we're not pray for. So it's better we get a solution now and once and for all. At the end of the day, it saves lives, it saves a lot of things, it saves resources. Other than people they say, oh Lord, this, Lord, that. I'm not saying we compare with Guinea, but most of the things that we want for look. I think I'm afraid we're on the lesser side. So now that make it good that we use a peaceful resolution, a peaceful solution for making able for resolve this issue. But if not to that, this issue will continue for on and off, on and off, on and off. One day we don't go those governments put in a power, we don't go know that they lead Guinea, it can spark up clash. So it's better we get it once and for all. I think that I'm your take for today. May God bless you. Thanks for bringing me on board once more.
Thank you very much, Alpha. I want to say thanks to Alpha for your contribution today. If you just join me, we'll talk about the Yenga issue. As Guinean soldiers them, they don't go there. They don't choke demarcation tower where they write since 1886, man. Tony Toure Jones, you're welcome, sir. What do you get for me? Yeah.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me and Kushe and Kabo Fambule. I think this younger issue not to today starts. And for me, your own contribution, I think, say, I mean, competency on your side, especially Salon. I remember back the past administration, EBK and that's by Koma and Alpha Conde. They don't get lengthy conversation over that thing. They don't discuss, they don't this, they don't that, and me just left for make we take over Yenga. When this administration come, then failed for follow up, and when we then get this John Saga, we come. You understand? Now this whole thing starts again. You understand? This whole thing we don't done. You understand? If people then can recall or remember back, the past administration we don't lay these things to rest. The only thing that we governments fail or become complacency and just relax and feel say, oh no, we not too bother about younger we able for talk to me. But again, when it comes to younger issue, I'm not facing I think we will get for fight. We not get for fight Guinea. We all know the relationship with between Sierra Leone and Guinea. It's like I mean two sister, even though we that one are francophone and one are anglophone, it's two different. I mean, what's it called? But there is that close bond when we get Sierra Leoneans, then we get family on the other side. You get Guineans, then we get family on the other side. You understand? I feel say this the whole thing has to be like a diplomacy. I think we then go get for Sidom and talk about. For now, for me, if you ask me, I feel say the governments of Sierra Leone right now no need for create any kind of tension around the border for say okay it's fire for fire we are in then get for go put military might there because we know they talk about strength here because we know they go into war for fight Guinea, but I feel say there are better ways we can handle this situation best, and the way we'll go able to handle them best, we get organization that when we and Guinea join, we have the Mano River Union, we have ECOWAS where we join. I feel say those two body alone can able for mitigate, can able for put we together and see. So okay, you bring you map and everything. Let we sit up and resolve this issue. If that not happen,
Million contribution today.
hello.
We just
If that's not happen, when
talk about
okay, sorry. If that not happen, when Guinea get a democratic government next year, because Guinea they get a democratic election next year, because this guy where they lead so right now, this Mamadou say in the old election next year, we can find a way where Guinea get a democratic government, we can able for Sidom na table and discuss about this thing. But I not feel say like the way people they say, no go put military might there. No, it not reach that level. We get for start from the least restrictive way where we go able for resolve the issue. Where we get for negotiate and talk. You understand? And everybody bring them proof for say, and that level they we don't pass. That level of everybody bring them up between the past administration, Alpha Conde and Ernest by Kuruma, we may not pass that level there. It was just for we for just to go. What thing Guinea do so? Now for don't do earlier. You understand? Now we for don't go put pillar there earlier. But we sit down, we become complacent and allow this guy. And we all know you see even when this guy comes alone, you see the might way he can with Nayaso. You understand? I mean, somebody say Guinea soldier man, they're very hostile. They're very, very, very hostile. You understand? They're very, very hostile. Now people don't know they understand. Now people don't they're very naive. Now me fambule. I mean a Guinean, Sierra Leonean. But what they are the try for saying now people don't know. Me say for I just commodity. Then see me license. The guy they can't tell me say if I mean so many things. I mean I know go talk and you understand? They're so very they know they understand. So me feel say the best way we can handle situation between we and this thing because it's a sensitive issue. It's not an issue of do or die or everything. We go for fights or we go to war or anything. This is not so Ukraine and Russia. I not feel say reach that magnitude they follow. We don't well fit. You understand? This is not a situation where a common dialogue because this is Africa. This is within ourselves. Guinea depend on we so much right now because basically, as I say, we know they go much for go buy goods and there anymore because of foreign exchange. Now then they can now come buy because then get more the money don't appreciate more value than we own money. You see now then they come buy now like how me they go buy now then they can now we can't buy. Now few Sierra Leoneans they go over there. for go buy anything because the exchange is just like I say. So I feel say the only thing this government need for do is being proactive. And when we fail, we always in so many circumstances we not be proactive. So many things that would affect we that way. Even when you talk about disease or anything that would affect you, we can wait when situation don't worst. When situation don't get out of hands, now that's when you go see people that begin the thing. They begin, oh no, we're gonna shout no. We're not for now wait. We're not for now got to this point where in Guinea they go put pillar there and put 1886. No. I mean, if we go down to history, I mean, this land, I mean, they've not been discovered for a very long time, for 17 almost. So I don't see no need why Guinea go say, okay, now then get them placed in. But as I say, we were so complacent. This thing, I mean, they've done negotiate about this thing long, see, they not discuss on everything we don't done. Now we know more now for take ownership, then they pull Alpha Conde. Okay, Alpha Conde don't go. But if we don't put that period away negotiation 4 years ago, we don't go put pillar under, we don't erect pillar for sure. Say, now we get that place there. You know they can put pillar there. They can put pillar. Probably that's not to me the priority, but now you don't cause all this. So the best way possible now for just meet ECOWAS or Mano River Union and see how best we can able for resolve them. And we land back. We can believe say Yenga na owned by Sierra Leoneans. Now we own land and not a Guinean soil land. It just be said during the war when we get the war, then we can at the border that we border area, that territory area, they can put their armor car, can put them this because them they try for protect their own territory. So then take advantage because during the war, then they will see that border area, they all inside and they don't get the history. They don't know the way to them. Then just say, oh no, we get all inside. But that place they not to give me get her. That's how long get that place there. You know, so we authority they need for wake up. They need for wake up. We not always go for the way to situation not come out whether the water don't spill or don't come out of hands. Now that's any one for beginning run helter skelter. No, that place they done long since. It's the music, but the government is not a do or die thing. It's not a thing we'll get for fight to Guinea. It's going to be just a dialogue. For low get to land back because then they own a saloon getter.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You welcome me, bro.
Thank you to Tony, Alpha, and Osfren for their own contribution today. Well, I start, I say Guinean soldiers then hostile. Tony self don't confirm. I tell we say, then they act like if we say, they know they understand the Creole, they know they understand the English. You either get for Sabi talk the Soso, Madingo, or the French. That's what then they do. You know what team make? In law, they say ignorance of the law is no excuse. Now courts. They say ignorance of the law is no excuse. If you sabi now, you not sabi. Let you not make like say you not sabi or you sabi. Now in Guinea they do it. Maybe you not ever travel on that road today. So now I make even some people out there, hey, me, and then they fly go Salon, and they fly go past Guinea. I pass Guinea, I can't sign. Try am. Try no more one day. Just try am. Okay. I don't say now waiting no, but you try no more. There you go, can't tell we back. You go can't tell we. I open the phone line. But then you don't use for the act like say they know they understand, they know nothing. So they need to understand, no? You know go there about the town, you pretend like say the other people who they cross cover, you know, sabi, not see what they talk. And this not to say that today, you know, from how they go Guinea, from 19 Zot, from 19 Bogolo. Now so Guinea and soldier then they. I see cross go by, they not sabi. If you pass in a Soso, Madingo, or the French, if you know sabi the one and they forget it. I open the phone line. Not take team personal like that. No issue blood pressure na ya. Yeah? A lot of we think to say na dialogue. But what me they say, me want a final dialogue. Not to this one today where they done after 2-3 years back then come back and can't. No, the people not correct except for the people that we tap there. Not good for them. And they go to bed, wake in the morning, they don't know what's in and go for see front then the mouth. Somebody be the actual thing that they talk about. I clear that they talk there. But no more themselves sabi the mama language across the water. And sabia. So no one say they not sabi the mama language across the water. You go meet 10 soldiers how then deploy. Somebody they actually want to see the helpless soldiers them where Dr. Silver Blyden they talk. Well, if you they watch the pictures them, you know able to tell who's one a Salon soldier, who's one a Guinea soldier. Huh? Well, I don't know. But the phone line open. Yes, caller, who do they talk to?
This is Dauda.
Yes, Dauda, I get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, see, this Yenga issue, we will not say make fet commodity or more fet no commodity. You know, from after the war, Akaba they don't go talk with Guinea president. Then they don't talk. They don't make arrangements for that place. So the man they don't come out there. Then they don't let and give it. My problem now is why make we not be don't go put a border entrance fence there. We make the border right there. We put an entrance fence because you know go see a border entrance. We go tell you say welcome to Sierra Leone, and you meet a flag there. Then you go come and inside. They say that you. This is not the first time they don't talk that talk there. Guinea them, they don't move, they don't come out there. We not do nothing. We just left the place open. And as Kuruma back, we don't go there, we don't go talk. We still left the place open. So me, I'm not go surprised if you Guinea then still they continue for the come inside we border. Oh no, they say let them go create fete because nobody know the way one fete. We don't witness them, we don't want for see them again. We don't see the bad side of war. We don't want for see them again. Some of you don't gain with our which we see as alone who gains time denting in it. But we country therefore the proactive way it camp and security for secure with borders them. Now one of the reasons that they will walk inside that country they so easy because with borders they're not well protected. For build a military base near with border, not to pursue we build and they now way for go fend fet or go this or go that. But if finally military base they close to your border, for able to protect any kind of intervention for coming inside your country, for prevent any kind of war for coming inside your country. Now for things like this, if the Guinea president get in mind for total whole battalion for enter inside Salon, just like that, and we allow him for do that, to me, not just a test, now in the man they do. If they do a test run, for let's see how equipped to military they or for see how strong with security they. Now test. Whether they invite them or not to invite to, when they invite somebody, they tell her how for Canada you country. Not to they tell you how in for Canada. But when it comes on border security, we fail. We fail with people then. This is not about who that in a power or who that not in a power. Every single government fail for protect that place there. I don't go blame the Guinean them for coming inside. I don't go blame them. Now we say for the blame because now we fail for protect the place. Now my own contribution, Andy.
Thank you very much, Dauda. We fail for protect the place. Candidly, I want feel to say, just like I talk just now saying, this particular Yenga, they don't ever solve them. If we be say true and solve them, get enough for the candy. Enough for the candy. They can just talk and they say let them come on. Eh? Because if they solve that, they don't tell and say, bo una no to una geya. Don't instill the Kande? I feel saying under the carpet and can sweep this. And so I feel.
Hello?
Yes, caller, what are we talk to?
More Musa.
Yes, Murray, get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I want to clarify something for so people that they talk about the military base at that area. There. In fact, Sierra Leone Army did it. Kwendu we did it. Now they the army base day. And even down to that Yenga day, who they talk about, soldiers then did it. They patrol around it. But like I said, this not get anything to do with the military. Now politics. Salon get a lot of things the way it's signed to. I don't know for Guinea because I don't know about how the young army they operate. And those people, they don't care about anything. They just do, at times they do something they even without command. They know they happen so, na Salon army. Let we know say the army, now like this soccer world they watch, you get rules. And when they talk about war, for one, the one when we own civil war inside we own country, up till now, will not recover from it. And you want for fire one gunshot across border. And not only Guinea then at that side. That place then an area where Guinea, Liberia, and Salon meet up. So when you release one, you probably to go fall in Liberia. You get case them for answer. Me to me, I just feel say we big one them, whatever negotiation within they get, they're not a follow up, and they relax so much by the things until we then go talk Canada, they adjoin them. By the time the other dates they come for the adjournment, another government don't come in. So then they treat it in like not so important place. This place what they talk about, just animal like when Lunge they go claim saying that they get Ferry Junction, na Frito. Now Oba we own water, na they ide. Oba we own water. Now they Guinean there. In fact, it's where me work there 2011. Then tanker be there right now we own land. I go there past the own tanker. I go inside Guinea across the boat. So we big one then for whatever reason we make they not they put too much effort for let them do that negotiation they once and for all. Now only God know. But it's very clear say na Salon land. It is right inside Salon. Not to say na land. Now over water. The Guinean soldier then they over the water. So Salon soldier then they back over the water. But the young tank be they didn't send in. I don't know who stand and pull and they because the even to the tell maybe they come out they be there. Probably the tell Sylvia Blind and then they go do that negotiation. The thing clear. Then Frenchman and the Frenchman, me all the Frenchman, even in America, the one that we miss study. They just not care about other people. When them pin for do something until they achieve them before ever them pull Andy. That is just them. Them go get let's say them give them that place they say. They're not getting nothing with the pretender. So they pass that retaining wall or that baking where they don't put it. Now no more good it. Nothing not to me when me watch it. I don't see anything they wouldn't go do. No mineral not it. In fact, now that border area the gold way people that they talk about gold now like funny thing to like we person get granates for sale. Now like normal thing at that land the way people then you go for any gold so they can get 1,000-2,000 para or 3,000-5,000 not to like any kind of big something they way go make say oh this not the reason. Because if you not anything and they be the people that will stay in that area they're for the benefit. And Sierra Leoneans them beaucoup if anything happen, it go affect we more. People and where they at that border area, they both Liberia, Guinea, and Salon. Now like they get into marriages. In fact, you do cross na Guinea or Liberia, you know they even know self. You know they even know self say na Guinea. You dey see wall host, the other part of the host na Liberia or na Salon or na Guinea. So we don't need any type of conflict. All waiting the need for doing for negotiate well. If na Guinea they get her and get her, if na Salon they get her, then get her once and for all. We forget about that day instead of all the after panic yarika. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Murray. That's na Murray Musa. We na be ex-military man na Salon. Murray go be we last caller. We Professor don't come, but he don't let expand the program today. Again, I feel say if they are going to settle this in 2023 now, let we know that get them. If now we get them, let we build wall. But again, I go build wall. the one they don't go there explain to you see. Now water. You know, like how I don't know if you see Mexico and most places now, Texas and Arizona, when are the water divide? In America, they get the parts by the water where they tell you see na America get, and get the parts by the water where they tell you see na Mexico, na then get that side. Even the water they divide them. So even we not even able to determine the water, who if we not demarcate the water, na make Guinea still a crossover Canada land. Because water they want middle obayanda na Guinea, obayanda we. But then they jump the water and go inside. I don't say we don't do geomapping, we don't do this, we don't do that. Let's try and fix this in 2023. Let's fix them once and for all. Like Guinea get them, okay, when I jump can over the water, I say I not believe they go for jump water. But we see man all time, we see them say check, you don't jump across, don't jump the water, don't come over. Let's just fix this and do with her. Now they don't fine. We no say they get the water and jump come inside. If not to they don't even the water back who shape the water middle. It there. And they watch documentary the other day. Get this guy where they go na the border crossing point then at the United States where they do documentary. The boats, it then at the America side inside the water. Oh. Inside the water. Then the guy they ask say, what if we cross over this water? I say, well, if then go na that side of the water, pass then go na the border crossing point back na they then go past for car inside. Then you just come up at that over side by the water. The water will not to the land and can this America side by the water. The same water. Alex Mamadi say, well, how for fix them? You know what about geomapping? This man, I don't forget his name. The last time, who President Biogo Washington, he go with the map. He go show President the original map, colonial map. Say yes, true now we get Yenga. I think Richard is his name. I think so. Say now we get Yenga. This time President be in time now. If you echo us. Mano River, let we sit down, we arrange this thing. So that Guinea not go the gap no more jumping at the water in Kauba. That's how we fix it. We all then are one organization them. We then are Mano River, we then are ECOWAS, we then are African Union. Okay, now you go say because of the leader, I think say ECOWAS sanction them, I think so, or they not sanction them. And they keep up with them. But man not even for able step in with all the talks, even with the former president we Dumbuya Apun. Talks be they gone with her. We not go to the guy go footwear each ten and say, well, let Guinea soldier come on. Well now, when them land scan they can chook, well now they don't can chook demarcation. They don't can put pillar. They don't can put spiller now. Say now they don't get under since 1886. They put them in English for we. And not put them in French stuff. Let go understand. So say we all commit. Well, I'll go lay complain day. I'll go lay complain day. Jagos left. You come on, man. He's stuck no. Seriously, let go lay complain. And all they serve, Allah serve once and for all. Let you just know say, now uba enda unade na ude uba ya. But this back and forth, what they did, they can't scare the people who tap there. It's not nice, man. Go there back to my. I so good on today. We hope say the government go rise to occasion and do the needful so that to people them who they under will get peace once and for all. Eh? Till we meet again tomorrow. Triple C. Tata.